hope that you are doing well. So today is Friday, 29 November. Yes, it's Black Friday. I'm trying to be good, no buy. So I thought, let's get me away from the screens and temptations of buying, and I'm going to do some sorting today. So I want to get down my last completion. Go and check out my playlist. It was Diamond Art Club's Ines Guerrero's The Judgment Card. Let me quickly show you. Okay, sorry for the bumpy ride, but there she is. Hanging on my whip rack, so I still have to paint the borders and hang her up on the wall. So that is resin squares, and we are gonna get down those squares. Okay, so this beautiful mess that you're looking at is my storage box for resin squares at the moment. Yes, there's still some that I need to put away, so let's just forget about this. This is also still a work in progress. Okay, so this is gonna be a get down and chat. So grab your own whips or anything that you're doing. You can just listen to me rambling. And before you leave this video, please remember to leave me a like, and also if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. So let's get started. This is just a nice cardboard box. I actually love the box. I need to get some better dividers for them. This is just cardboard at the moment, so I just took those sticker sheets with DMC codes and I stuck them on these thingies with tabs I cut out of colored paper. I guess you can just make anything yourself. You don't always have to buy stuff. So this is just me DIYing it. So this is my suitcase that I used for the kit, and it's a 120 bottle case, so I would really like to empty it and use it again. I'm sitting here with bags that I haven't cut open, so okay, I'm gonna put them one side. I maybe just put them in here, because why must I open our bags? That's I don't think I have to do that. So I'm just gonna grab ones. Okay, 118. So I tried to start putting it in DMC order, but I don't actually think all of it is there. So how are you guys doing? Tell me about your Black Friday purchases or temptations. 117. Okay, I don't have a 118. I have some baggies. You know, those spare baggies that you get. So it's just yes. Sorry, multitasking. I'm gonna use this silicone funnel. I haven't done a weapon chat in a while. Well, this is a get down and chat. Things are a bit hectic. If you're not on my Facebook group, my mom had a heart attack last week, and it was quite it was a shock for me. I lost my dad exactly 3 years ago. Sorry, I just grabbed my scissors. They're beautiful. So I'm just cutting off what I don't need. I just want the TMC number. So yeah, my mom had a heart attack. It was very sudden, but she's okay now. The doctor said that a heart takes damage each time it does have a heart attack. So there was some damage, but we'll just have to go back in 3 months' time. So that'll be early next year. Yeah, I'm trying to see everything happens for a reason, and I think she got a very good cardiologist now, seeing as she's staying with us in Cape Town, so I'm in South Africa. And yeah, it's probably my fault that I haven't taken her to get a cardiologist, so that's a heart specialist, as I know she has some heart issues. But I guess hindsight is the clearest side, right? So yeah, it was quite a hectic few days. She was in the hospital for a few days. I came upon her and reacted very quickly, called my husband. It was like 10:30 in the evening. She was, I thought, in bed. Yeah, I heard some heavy breathing. Luckily I have good hearing. Not good sight. But yeah, I asked her if she was okay. I called up and she said yes, she's okay. And knowing my mom, that she doesn't want to upset me, I am very glad I didn't believe her. So I went to take a look myself, and that's when I found her. And I called my husband, and I remember I was doing, because he had these earphones on, I was sort of like screaming at him and showing, thumping on my heart to show him no. And he just leapt up, and yeah, the doggos, my 2 Yorkies, could sense something was wrong. So they were just like staying in one corner. My poor babies. So guys, this is going along as I'm doing this. I have some dryer sheets in here. This kit was very static. If you want to see the post review, go and check out my playlist. I did a post review of this. Let me just put this one aside. I have a bottle downstairs, just an empty drill container that I put all the dryer sheets in. So I use them over and over. It's quite useful. So yeah, the hospitals here in South Africa is different than other countries. We have medical aid, so it's not state governed, and your medical aid have to approve your hospital admittance. And my mom I took her to emergency, and we had to wait a bit, which made me very anxious for the paperwork. And then they luckily got to her very quickly, and they had to put her at an angle. It's so weird, with her head down and her feet up, so that the blood goes to the heart, because they could pick up from the ECG scan that she had a heart attack and there's a blockage. So I'm looking at the drills to just check they're the same color, because sometimes you get different dye batches, and I have different ones here, so I have some multiple ones. So going back, they were doing what they could, just keeping her on the ECG monitor. She had a few drips in her, full blood thinners, and she was at that angle so that the blood can flow to her heart, because there was a blockage and it didn't get enough blood to the heart. So you see, it's still static. I am just glad that, yeah, they said that our reaction time saved her, because we were at the hospital, at the ER, within 20 minutes, and then when they had her stable, she had to be transferred to another hospital with a cardiac unit with the cardiologist there on the phone. And yeah, so in that time, I think it was 2.5 hours we were waiting for an ambulance to transfer her, because we can't take her, because she had to be in that position, right, with all those things that they can keep connected to her, even in the ambulance. Yeah, I was with her the whole time. It's weird, they told my husband and me that there can only be one person at a time, which took me back to COVID. I'm like, why? And yeah, they just said, yeah, due to some strains going around again. So I really needed my husband. I was not very happy with that. But yeah, he took care of the paperwork, and then I was with my mom. She was really panicky. I just kept like rubbing her feet, because the blood flow went down now, remember? So I was scared that, she also said that her feet feels needles and pins. So I just like tried to keep massaging and rubbing her feet and lower legs while she was lying, and it also made her like more restful. And I tried breathing exercises with her. I said to her, let's breathe together, because there was probably like 5 nurses and a doctor in there with us, and yeah, I just tried to keep her calm so that her heart rate doesn't go up too much, because she was struggling with that. Yeah, and then she was transferred, and we basically drove behind the ambulance, and then yeah, we were at that hospital doing paperwork, and it was 4 o'clock in the morning, I think, yeah, that me and my husband got back home. Okay, this is a clear way to see. This was in the beginning. I didn't know about the different dye batches, and look at that, you can clearly see there's some lighter ones and darker ones, so this I still have to sort out. Let's take a look at this one. This looks like the darker one. Looks like the darker one. Okay, I have to sort this one out, but for now it has to go in here. I'm putting these cardboard pieces so that it stays upright. How do you store your spares? know there's places that sell these pre-made like boxes to make it easy, but like I said, there's most things you can do by yourself. And yeah, I just need to get better dividers, and then it's fine, because you can see how I just look at the numbers and take it out. Okay, it's definitely the darker one, so there's just a few light ones. I have to sort this one out. But this is another kit. I can see that's in Diamond Art Club, so that's why there's a different color as well. These stickers come off very easily from the containers. I'm glad about that, because sometimes I'm currently using my Elizabeth Ward system, and I had to put washi tape on first and then the sticker, because some of them is just, you know, difficult to get off. I forgot about this one's dryer sheet. Otherwise, yeah, my mom stayed in hospital for a few days, and my husband got like 2 hours sleep the first day, I think 3 hours sleep the next day. Yeah, it was a hectic time. When my mum was finally stable, I slept a lot, guys. I slept a lot. It's like all the adrenaline was out. Okay, this looks like a mint green. That's so strange. And this is like a, you can see that, guys. I need to take another. I think this is also like another, I don't know. Any case, it can be the same company, that just have different dye lots. So I think in the end I'm not going to keep everything. I'm going to see how many color changes there are, and then I'll throw some of them away that I don't want. Like this, I know the 4 and 5 range is more like grey toned, and this is more like a minty green color, so I can't see that I'll be using that. Any case, it is a few days my mom's been back, so the doctor told her she must take it like quiet and like try and rest. But I think my mom, her generation, she just can't sit still. She has to keep doing things. Luckily I'm at home and I can look after her. So I am managing her medication for her, making sure that she drinks the right things. Because I'm also worried that she didn't drink her blood thinners and stuff. Because it was a blood clot, and I don't know, it shouldn't have happened, but it did. So yeah, so luckily I'm at home, so let's go to that. I think the last time I spoke to you, I was starting a new job. Well, guys, this wasn't my year. This wasn't my year. There's 2 different ones. Bit darker mauve, bit lighter. Let's match. I think it's that one. Yo, some of them are like really difficult to see. Yeah, it wasn't my year. I worked at 2 places. March, April, June. Yeah, 3 months. And then July, August, September. So I worked those 3 months, 3 months at very toxic workplaces. Guys, I can't even begin to explain to you. That was so toxic, and my husband could see, this isn't doing me well. Did I just put in the wrong color? I think I put it in the wrong bag. This is so difficult to see the difference. I think I put it in the wrong bag. Let's see if I can save some of it. So yeah, I just had a really bad year, but the place I was working at the first one, they treated the people very bad. It was an accounting and audit firm. They were trainees that did temporary contracts, and they were full-time people working there. And I was a manager, and I didn't agree with what they were doing. So I told them, and I said, this isn't the expectation that was created by you for me when I came for the interview. Wasn't what the reality is. And they said, well, they're sorry to hear about what I'm thinking. Sorry, not sorry. That looks about all of the dark ones. So yes, and they said to me, if I'm feeling like that, then there's a straggler. If I'm feeling like that, then maybe I should just leave. I said to them, they are treating their people wrong. People were resigning. When I started there, they isolated me, and people weren't allowed to talk to me. Because I heard that they were scared that I would resign in my probation period. So I was sitting in a separate training room, but I have a very approachable, warm personality, and I think people can see that, and I connect very quick with people. And yeah, people told me this. They weren't allowed to talk to me within the first 2 months of training. And I said to them, who said that? And they said, well, the office manager and the HR. And yeah, I started like seeing that was true. And then when my training was done, okay, that looks way better. Oh, okay, that's worked out perfect. When my training was done, they said to me, I can now go and sit in the department where I was assigned to compliance, and that's when I saw how badly people were treated. And I went to the directors and I said to them, this isn't cool, this isn't how you treat people. Trainees were walking, and if trainees walk, they get a penalty of 6 months if they take their training contracts to another firm. So I mean, you're taking a big penalty, and you can only take one penalty during your articles. So yeah, that showed you. I can't remember how many people we were, but when they said to me, if I'm not happy I can leave, I said to them, fine, then I'm leaving. Didn't have a job at that point, but I got one within 2 weeks. Maybe a desperate move. Why I say that is, when you are desperate and taking the first offer, then it's not always the best. But, you know, you have to live. So, let's see. Okay, this is where it gets tricky. It's now a bit not in the right order. So, there's 7, 1, 2. Okay, that looks the same. Okay. So yeah, so I started at this company, and it was it's a very well-known global luxury jewelry manufacturing company. No, it's not one of my favorite jewelers, don't worry. And it's not jewelry that I can afford, let's just say that. The stuff they sell costs like millions per item. And I thought, well, wow, I love jewelry, and this would be an awesome environment to work in. We have a saying in Afrikaans, that's my first language, and if I translate it to English, it roughly says, on the top it shines and at the bottom it stinks, or it's rotten. Yes. So, once again, lack of very poor management there. So, once again, toxic. But this time, lack of management, lack of HR. They had people that did recruiting before they got into HR there. So, not really having competent skills to work with the employees. I tried to give my assistance because I was an HR manager for a lot of years as well, and that is my passion, to work with people. And I said to them, I'll help them, and they were quite nasty about it and said no. This looks like again, I think this is another company. I think it's this one. So again, they said no, and my manager that I was supposed to report to gossips a lot about very sensitive, confidential stuff about employees. I didn't like that. I was sitting with her in her office, and I moved out because I couldn't take the gossiping and the negative things that was said about people. And I went to sit within different departments also to get to ask people what they're doing, because I don't know anything about jewelry manufacturing and behind the scenes. So when you ask people and you know what they're doing, and you can see if things are compliant, because I was compliance manager there as well. And yeah, I was basically just had to keep myself busy. It wasn't a very fulfilling job, and my manager was always away. I was supposed to be an executive assistant as well. I kept asking, can I go with you, can I help you, can I sit with you in meetings, because I was basically the person that if something happened to her that I must take over. And then there was another person, the PA of the CEO, and she had a death in the family, and they gave her off. And then I just saw an email that said, for any questions or people that normally go to her, they can go to me. And I'm like, what? That was like within, remember I only worked there for 3 months, and I was like, excuse me, what? I don't even know what this woman does for, like, the CEO who is not based in South Africa. Just examples. People came to me and said how unhappy they were, instead of going to HR. Yeah, because they didn't trust HR. It was just a mouthpiece of the manager that I was the assistant to. And like I said, she was gossiping a lot about people. I don't like that. And they say if your boss gossips about other people, then they probably gossip about you too. So the HR or recruiters said to me once that they hear that I'm unhappy. I'm like, what? Where did you hear that? If I'm unhappy, then I walk. And yeah, I was just like accused of stuff, and I said, well, then the manager can talk to me about that. But she didn't like conflict, I know that. So yeah, the CEO, he will call you. They had like a no cell phone policy, no cell phone usage policy. But the CEO calls you on your cell phone, and if you don't answer, then it upsets him. But I'm talking about this man. He yells at people. He like literally, the first time I met him, like people were like coming to me, employees, and asking me, oh, what did you think? What did you think? Did you meet him? Did you meet him? And I'm like, yes. Like, what are they insinuating? And yeah, the first time I met him, he said to me, but why am I not prepared for this big lawsuit? I didn't even know about a lawsuit that he was busy with. He said I was appointed as the legal secretary. I'm like, what? No, I wasn't. And he's like, yeah, I must be prepared. And he was like going on like, people nowadays, this generation, blah blah blah. And I'm like, whoa, getting a bit personal here. And yeah, so other people told me he like constantly belittles you, or try to belittle you, screams at you, and like in business meetings he would like, he said to one of my colleagues, do you have a boyfriend? And she said yes, and he's like, well, the poor man, he doesn't know how he puts up with her. And she started crying, and again my manager gossiped about that prior, so I put 2 and 2 together and realized it's her. And the way she told it was like, shame the CEO felt so like the school just starts crying and you do nothing and blah blah. I'm like, oh my goodness, like you should apologize to her, like that's seriously like stepping over the boundaries, not professional. So in any case, when people start asking me what am I thinking about him, I started realizing people were scared of him, but for a reason, because he belittles them, makes them feel like nothing. And I met him 2 times, and the second time doesn't say hello when he sees you. I was called in to give feedback on research I did, and I started talking and I said hello and blah blah, and I started, and he was like, lower your voice pitch, your voice pitch is too high. I'm like, what? Anyways, also I had to commute 4 hours a day to this job where I have to keep myself busy the whole day. My manager, I keep communicating. If I don't see her, I WhatsApp her. Can I help you? Can I help you? Blah blah. I have to keep myself busy. I have to commute 4 hours a day. I was in a car accident because there was a storm warning, and I was in a car accident because the truck in front of me just stopped, and it was, I have a smaller hatchback car, and that was like a very big truck, and my car was basically written off in front, so it got fixed. My baby, love my car, but that was a lot of money, and it was just, after that my husband had to drive me to work every day while my car was in, because we only now had 1 car between us. I don't see 839, and he was starting to get tired. It didn't work. It was difficult because I was in town in the CBD and he was total opposite, so, and we couldn't go on like that. And when my car was later eventually fixed, he was just like a bit scared for me. Shame is very protective. We don't have kids, so we have each other, and we had a talk, and I said to him, I don't think I can do this, like go on with working at a company where I don't feel fulfilled. I feel it's a very toxic environment. I don't like how they talk down to people and make them feel bad about themselves. So there were 5 people that resigned. I was the 6th. Again, I didn't have anything, but it was end of September, and so my husband said, you know what, maybe like this time not take something out of desperation, like have a good look, and it's fine, until December. And maybe just get some rest. So I couldn't sit still. I went on a few interviews, realized no, there's something that's it's not right. There was one that I actually had 3 interviews with, so that's usually a good sign, when you last meet with the owner. But alas, I was told after the 3rd interview that I was overqualified for a HR manager position that I did for years and years. Overqualified. That felt like some waste of time. So then my mom got sick, And again, I'm trying to see the glass half full. That everything happens for a reason, and if I wasn't home during that time, and that I can spend the next few days with my mom in hospital, being with her, not leaving her alone. You know, I couldn't do that while having a full-time job. So yeah, trying to see it that way. I don't know if I have an 841. I started doing some ad hoc contract work, like for places, compliance work, submissions, things that I actually learned to do at the first place I told you about that I left, that I said if you don't like it here you can leave. So after 2 months of training and working a month, I can now do those things myself and make money out of it. So I thought, I might have something here. I don't see this. I might have something here that I can do consulting services. And you know what? It's always been a dream of mine to start my own business. So, I don't know. I'm at a fork in my career where one path leads to working for an employer and another path leads to me working for myself, which means more flexibility, working from home and getting to keep an eye on my mom. I'm an extrovert, so I love working with people. So you know, everything has pros and cons. Working for an employer also has pros and cons. So it's something that I have to figure out. It's end of November and I will have to figure that out this year. Yeah, sorry, I don't mean for this to be a dreary chat. I'm just giving you an update, and I hope that this is some peaceful time. My voice isn't very feeling very well, so that's why I'm also talking a bit quieter. And you know, I do like the unintentional ASMR quality in the video. So just to feel some rest, peace, and that's what I wish for everyone. Tell me, yesterday was Thanksgiving. We in South Africa don't celebrate that. How was your Thanksgiving? I hope that it was a blessed day. I have a lot of overseas friends, so I thought about everyone, and yeah, we don't have that in South Africa. There's a lot of things actually we don't have or celebrate, not even Halloween. The state that I'm staying in, so I stay in a security complex, security estate, and where is fufu. Ish. I stay in a security complex, and they had like a Halloween walk for the kids, which I thought was pretty cool. But yeah, otherwise we don't really do. Guys, where is this? Where is this? No, man. This is a hot mess. Really. There's an 844, but I can't find 844. I'm gonna leave the spot one. Just go through that. 898. Yeah. I guess that's the biggest news. So I have to figure out what I want to do. It's scary. It's really scary. But I have a lot of experience, and I think when you just start doing something, everyone takes a risk that starts their own business. And yeah, maybe I can help others that way, because that is ultimately what I would like to do, is help people. I hope you're enjoying some of this ASMR sounds while I'm searching. Guys, this is such a mess. I must also say my mom uses this box as well to put her stuff away. Not that I'm blaming my mom. 817. That was one that I did. Yeah. I think these are 898. My mom is working on her mystery kits. Talking about mystery kits, I posted a poll on YouTube. It's on my Facebook group that I want to create my own advent calendar diamond painting for December. So you know, advent calendars normally is like mystery, and you have your 24 blocks, your 25 blocks, and you then get to do that every day. So I was thinking I'm gonna DIY that, because I didn't see an advent diamond painting that I wanted. So I narrowed it down to 2 of my diamond paintings. So obviously mystery kits. I want it to be a mystery. Most of my mystery kits is horror. So these 2 ones is not. It's fantasy, but the colors. So it's Diamond Art Lab, and then the colors on the box looks bright and colorful, and I need some color after you saw the painting I did. It was a lot of the same monotonous colors, neutrals. I need like some color in my life. So those 2 look like pretty colors. So the one is Mystery Kits number 13 of Selena Fennick, and the other one is Mystery Kit 30 by Inamort, and it's both is fantasy. So Inamort is fantasy people and Selena Fennick is fantasy variety. It's it. Please no spoilers if you know what those images are. I don't know what they are. I want to keep it like that, so I want to see which one of those gets the most votes. So if you haven't voted yet, go and vote. Go to my channel and go and check out my posts, and then you'll see it there. Vote for the one you would like me to see do, and then we can do that together in December. And I will do an unboxing of it, but I will not show spoilers. We're going to look at the drills and the size of the canvas, and I want to put release papers on that as soon as possible so that I can hide the image from me and from you. And then I want to place stickers, like these stickers, on them, and I want to then place them randomly. So not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but in random order. And then I want to use then I want to work on the block of the day, like 1st December, number 1, and so on and so on. And then hopefully by the end of December have that finished, because we don't have December plans. My husband works full-time as an accountant at a big retail group, so the busiest time is now. Christmas time, Black Friday, so he'll take off between Christmas and New Year's. But yeah, we'll probably just do a staycation, go to the family for Christmas Day. I don't know, I think they're actually going to be by the beach, and we can't really leave our doggos. Can't really leave our doggos alone, so I'm not sure how Christmas is going to work out yet. We'll see. But yeah, I'll be here. Suddenly, if the Friends song is playing in my mind, I'll be here for you, and we can work on my DIY advent together. And if you have an advent diamond painting or another advent craft, or even just a normal whip, then join me and we can work on it together. I hope that sounds fun. Let me know what you think, and please go and vote, because I want to know which one you would like to see me do. So far the Inamort one is winning, which I'm not sad about because it has the most colors. It looks quite pretty. The colors on the, on the box with a question mark normally like gives a hint of the color palette. So yeah, guys, I still have a few left to go. Look at that. All of them with the stickers on, and then I'm finished with getting down this. I'm gonna put this in here, and then I think I'm gonna go on with this on my own now, because we're almost at the hour mark and I don't want to make this a super long video, but I hope that you enjoyed this. Leave me comments Let me know. Black Friday, I'm very curious to hear if you got stuff. And also, how was your Thanksgiving if you're celebrating that? And yeah, go and vote for my Advent diamond painting, and then I will see you soon. Before we do that, guys, I'm gonna love and leave you. I hope that you have a blessed day, and it's Cyber Monday coming, so a lot of temptations to stay away from for me. I will see you soon. Love you lots. Bye.